Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 here with Best City Football Club at Rawslowgaming. And we're playing our second season here in Sky Battle League 2, and we're doing extremely well here in the first 8 matches and are undefeated so far, so looking really great for a possible direct promotion up to Sky Battle League 1 here. And yeah, as I said, welcome back here to this series. If you've been following along, this is episode 184, I think. We started in Vanarama National League South, of course, and yeah, you're seeing everything here that we're doing until we reach Premier League and hopefully beyond out in Europe. So this series will keep on running for a couple of years. We are actually into, well, we've been doing this series for a year now, and I think we will do it for a couple of more years, quite possibly, and I hope you're enjoying it. I am, at least for sure. This is like how I always played Football Manager, taking a team in the lowest league and just trying to get into the top of Premier League and building everything up and everything like that. But I don't really think I've actually finished it properly any time before. But my goal is to do that this time for real, to actually take a bottom team all the steps up to the Premier League and out in Europe, and don't, well, fall short in, for example, Sky Bet Championship, where we have some potential for Gustavo, has a potential ability to be a Sky Bet Championship defender. So he have a really good potential ability, but haven't really improved that much just yet. Pius, we don't really care that much about him since he's a lone player, so we'll up the intensity here for Julian Kelly. And what more? Individual training to start, yeah, and individual training, yeah, sure. And coaching assignments to add, coach. Better balance coaching workload. No, I think we'll do that. If our coach or assistant says that is something we should do to better balance the training or the workload on the coaches to get better training, I think that is something to do. In general, we're really listening to our staff, or at least I am, since well, they are knowing things better than we are, really playing the game quite a lot in the financial aspects, so to say, trying to sign the right players, trying to keep the wages down, sell them at the proper time and get as much as possible out of them, and everything like that is mainly how I play the game, at least, because, well, that's how I enjoy it. I really do want to get some feedback from viewers, though, in how I should do to improve the tactics, for example. I know that's something that I'm pretty horrible at in general, so that would be great to have some help from the viewers on that subject, for example. And we're about to hit our first game here for the episode, and that's going to be against Fleetwood Town as an away. Well, we're playing an away match, so we'll see how we will do, and we should focus play down the left. We are still weak on the wings. We are going to focus play down the middle, since there is, well, that is where our strength is, so we're going to stick with that. According to the bookmakers, we are slight underdogs for the match, and we'll continue or have a look here. So training for this first team, the average 7.53, so quite all right, but not great. Under 23s, 7.52, the same there. Pretty all right, but not great. And for under 18s, 846 on average. So that's really good. Let's have a look here on the individual for the main team. So Gustavo training really well here, but unfortunately haven't really improved his rating that much yet. And Gosling training quite well here and getting some improvement, so that's good. Mitchell on the loans doesn't really matter, but showing some improvement. Johnson, a little bit of improvement. O'Connor, not really. Baxter, just a little bit as well. Morris, Akinola showing some progress. That's nice. And Pius is great without improving, and not any player really improving in ratings or anything like that, unfortunately. So we'll complain here, or criticize rather, not complain, to everyone that's doing 6.5 or lower, since that's not enough. And Ponticelli losing a lot here, but yeah, he's not really getting playing time. And overall, he haven't really become better since we signed him. Rather, he's been sort of losing stats, gaining a little bit here the last season, 23, I would say. But other than that, unfortunately, not. So he had some potential, but haven't really showed it off, I think. Yeah, sorry. Actually jumped there a little bit just watching at my mobile to see what's the time. And actually some sounds there that I didn't expect. So jumping high myself if you heard some scratching noise or something like that. And let's see here then. The lineup: Gustavo, Akinola, Johnson, Mitchell, and Molden. That's correct. Will Perry, is that correct? I think it is. Kelly on the left winger. I think that's right as well. I think Kelly is better than Wilson. Well, you're the same, so I think we have been playing Kelly more than Wilson. 4-4. So we have been playing... No, we haven't been playing Wilson either. Who have we been playing as a middle left winger then? We played Gray. Can't think that we have. Wilson, Mitchell. Have we played Mitchell as a winger? No, definitely not. Can't for the life of me understand who we have been playing as a left winger as default, but I think Kelly and who did we have? John Wilson have pretty much shared there, but it's correct nonetheless. And we have Baxter, and we should have who should we have? We should have Miller, of course, alongside him, and we should have Charles on the bench. Instead of who, though? Merch, Poncelli. Well, instead of Preston, I guess. Baxter and Miller, you're not playing central midfielder support, you're playing attack. And Baxter and Miller, there we go. And everyone is fit, and we have the best team for us on the pitch. So we'll kick off here and comment the match straight off. Just as we always do, go straight to kickoff here. And as I always do, I forgot to look at the tactics. In general, well, no, I don't want that. I want the general tactics. Here we go. In possession. Pass into the middle, hit early crosses. Okay, that's fine. In transition, counter, regroup. Yeah, I think that looks overall good. Try to direct more passing, time wasting never narrow. Yeah. So I'm quite happy with that. So let's go back to pitch, and there we go. And so far, no highlight of the match, I think. I think we should have gotten the actual highlight then, even though we were in the overlay for tactics. I don't think that stops the highlights, I'd say. First highlight here in the 26th minute, Miller with a corner, and it's Baxter, and it's a goal for Bassett here in the 26th minute. Second goal of the season here for Baxter, or 18-year-old central midfielder, and well, Miller is that as well. And assist there by Perry. And Miller and Baxter is playing good together, so they are one super duo, maybe for us here, for a fair bit more in the English league system. And there we have the end of the first half. So the scoreline after one half for Bassett versus Fleetwood is a 1-0. Shots 4-6, shots on target 4-1, and possession 37-63%. So maybe a little bit lucky in the result, but we're actually hitting the target, so that's good. Looking at the ratings here on the players, pretty much the offense actually having quite bad ratings, so we'll tell anyone that is at 6.4 or lower here that we're not happy with their performance, and say nothing else really. That's our standard procedure as well for the matches, and let our assistant manager do the general halftime talk and also final whistle talk, or final talk, so to say. And the first highlight here in the second half in the 48th minute, Miller with a cross, and the ball to James or Pius, I don't know who, but a shot there, but saved from the goalkeeper. And here comes the corner from Miller and towards best players, but unfortunately headed out. But Miller getting a second chance here to cross, but it's deflected again. And Fleetwood here with a chance to counter, and losing the ball, and Baxter picking it up, and unfortunately doing quite a bad pass there. So Fleetwood back with the ball here, coming here in on the right hand side. The cross is in and headed, and good save there by Molden, our keeper. Really good save there actually, even though the shot were pretty much straight at the keeper, but not exactly straight at the keeper. And Clancy coming through here, and we stopped it there, luckily enough. So quite a tight few minutes there, and we have a injury here on Johnson, so put in Merch. And what will we do? Well, we'll take off Kelly here, who's having a really poor match. So doing 2 substitutions here a little bit early, but I think that will do, and we'll do our last substitution around the 75th minute mark maybe, or something like that, or if needed for any other reason. So next highlight here in the 62nd minute, Fleetwood with the ball here again, coming on the right hand side, passing it towards the middle, driving the ball upwards towards the penalty area, but being pushed back a little bit, but dribbling and passing into the penalty area, and it's a shot just outside the post there. So actually out for a corner, didn't see that deflect on anyone, but here comes the corner, and it's a long, and no more highlight there. So we are reaching the 75th minute or so I think we'll do a change or two. Well, can't do 2, but we'll do 1 more sub here. So I think we'll do... Who will we do? Mitchell, who's tired. Well, we don't really have any other defender, so can't really do that. So I think we'll switch out Miller instead. We'll put in De Havilland, and you are good. Well, you're not great at defending actually, but let's see here. Shots, are you better than De Havilland in playing defending. Well, support, yeah. Baxter, you can play attack still, so a little bit more balance there in the midfield. And good to rest Miller as well, so he's fit for fight for next match. So just seconds to go here, or not really seconds to go. It should be all done, and here it is, the final whistle, and the final result for Bassett is 1-0 for Bassett versus Fleetwood. Shots 6-18, shots on target 6-5, and possession 39-61%. So definitely a good win there. Maybe a little bit undeserved, really, to be honest, but the lads playing quite well, even though our strikers didn't have the greatest match. But a win is a win. I will gladly take it and continue this triumph so far in this start of the Skybet League 2 season. So after that match, we're still leading in the table, of course, and are 11 points clear of a direct not playoffs, but a direct promotion to Skybet League 1. And yeah, Lucky Bass celebrate an unlikely victory. And Johnson out for 1 day, so that's fine. And we have 9 matches winning streak in Skybet League 2 now, of course, since we're still undefeated. So really good. And the next match that we're going to play is against Aldershot at home. And should be pretty easy there. So Ellen, well, I don't know who you are, but we are not assigning you. Yeah, and Aldershot are 17th in the league, so are a lower quality team or something like that. So hopefully we can take advantage of that and keep this form running, or this form running, so to say. And individual training is not really getting anything there, it seems to, according to the staff at least. So let's see, do I get any tip in general? No, not really. So we'll not do any changes to any training there. As I said, really trusting our staff to do a good job. And I think they are doing that in general, so that's good. Molden being named in the Team of the Week. That's nice. Akinola out for 1 to 2 days. Should be alright to still play against Aldershot. We're not any of the top 3 players in pass completion there. But I guess those are players that have just played 1 game or so that are leading that table. So at least we're also into the more regular season now, with just 1 match per week or around that. Even though that maybe have been one of the things that we took advantage of, having a little bit of a thicker squad, or not thicker, but a bigger squad. So doing really good to balance the squad or every player to this intensive start of the season where you have like 2 or 3 matches every week, really tight. And apparently Gustavo had been showing a remarkable improvement during recent training sessions. Can't really see that on his ratings though. But now we see some improvement. That's really good. Yeah, and he did up a little bit the first month as well, so that's really great. Get stuck in now, don't want to do that. We can go with attacking though, that's fine. try to build up that goal difference as much as possible for the closing stages of the season. Can't be too bad if we're having a good game, of course. If we're not having a good game, playing aggressive or attacking is not that great. And we're clear favorites according to bookmakers for this match. The first team average training is 7.66 this week, under 23 7.92. And under 18s 8.51 as an average, so that's pretty good. And we'll praise Peacock here, and we'll praise Durant as well. And we'll have a look here on the individual training. And Gustavo, as said, showing a lot of improvements here. That's very nice. Perry showing improvement as well. Pius, no, Charles. Gosling, yeah. Unfortunately, quite possibly not improving in good enough tempo. Baxter, unfortunately, not also improving that much yet, but maybe will do. Miller also not really showing any improvement. Poncelli losing a lot. Akinola getting a little bit. McGill, and we'll praise Gustavo for his performance in training, and he's happy about that. We'll start training there for Gustavo. We'll continue here. So hopefully we have quite a few players that can build a lot on getting playing experience that they have been lacking so far at any level, really. So getting real matches under their belt, helping them to develop, helping us to be an even stronger side. So that's really the planning, signing so young players in general. Everyone is match fit enough? Yeah. So we're happy with that. Don't really need two strikers on here, so I should probably have another defender here. So I should put in Morris instead of Adloy. Yeah, happy with that. Could have Jordan, but Morris is our second choice for a defender, I think. So, or a central defender, that is. We have merged that we're always playing, and as you see, we are kicking off straight off, just as we always do here. So let's see if we can make it 10 matches straight with all wins. That would be so nice. Starting off really poorly here though, because it's a goal here in the 5th minute for all the shots. So after 5 minutes, it's 0-1 for Bath City versus all the shot. Hopefully we can come back from that though. And it looks to be quite a lot of people on the stadium actually. That's quite nice, for sure. Well, maybe not that much actually, since the main stand were more empty than I thought, and it looked. But we have another highlight going on here in the 8th minute, and it's a penalty to Aldershot. So we are in for an uphill battle here if they are scoring this penalty. And they are shooting straight at Molden, so out for a throw-in and saved there. So maybe we have a chance here to turn things around. So far, Aldershot have definitely been dominating if we're looking on the stats as well and everything like it. So we'll go and shout at the players and maybe go to very attacking, and another chance there for Aldershot, and Molden almost dropping it into the net there, it looked. And another corner here from Aldershot in the 36 minutes, and shot over the top bar there. So we'll shout the man more, and the first highlight here for Bath City in the 39th minute, and it's a goal for Bath City here in 40 minutes, we managed to pass the 39-minute mark. So in the 40th minute, and it's actually an own goal. So what exactly happened there? Hitting the top bar, and then Perry trying to head to, well, one of our players and actually hitting one of their plays, and the goal getting into, or the ball getting into the goal, not the goal getting anywhere. So there we have the end of the first half, and a really catastrophic half actually for Bath City. So the scoreline after one half is 1-1 for Bath City versus Aldershot. Shots 6-9, shots on target 0-5, and possession 46-54%. So doing quite well to be in it with a draw here, but overall the players not at all coming up to the level that we expect from them. So we'll say here to a lot of players that we are not happy with their performance. And again, our strikers doesn't seem to have that good of a game. Pius have been superb for us and doing so many goals. Haven't really seen that so far in this match at all. Hopefully they can pull it together and continue here. Shout the man more again here. And we'll wait a little bit with a substitution. They will get a little bit more time. First highlight here in the second half, in the 64th minute, Bassett with ball. Passing to Miller. Miller, a long ball up to Gosling. Gosling versus the keeper, but it's out for a corner. He couldn't get the shot after, really, which were a shame. Miller with the corner, and out to Perry. Kelly with the ball. Out to Miller. To Perry. To Miller. Can he cross? No, unfortunately not. Perry, and back to Johnson. And the danger over there, unfortunately. So another shout, show some passion. And next highlight here in the 70-minute mark. Gustavo with the ball, passing to Molden and up towards Pius, to Baxter, and Gosling versus the keeper, and it's a goal here for Bath City in the 70-minute mark. And we have done it, taking the lead here finally in this game. And hopefully we can keep this together for the last 20 minutes. And it's also time to do a substitution or two here. So pretty much actually running into the goalie there, a little bit funny. So let's do a substitution. Akinola is very tired, so let's put in Morris there instead of him. Miller is again tired, so let's actually put in Charles there and have support. And what more to do? Perry or Mitchell? So do we have a defender left? No. Do we have a right winger? Yeah, in grey. Maybe a little bit early to do all three substitutions, but we'll do so anyway here in the 74th minute or so. Next highlight here in the 76th minute, Johnson with a cross towards Kelly to Baxter, and it's a goal in the 76th minute for Bath City, and extending the lead now to 3-1 here against Aldershot, and that should have secured the game, I would say. And a really beautiful goal there, actually. Gray passing to Johnson with a superb cross there, and Kelly with a great header, and Baxter with a superb finish directly at the root of the post there. And we have around 5 minutes to go here of this match, and well, the stats on the match is now at least better, but yeah, we haven't really played our top game here, I would say. The end result is fair and good enough for us, but yeah, not as good as I thought this would be in terms of quality of play. End result, sure, that's fine, but yeah, it's good. And then the final scoreline for Bath City, I said, against Aldershot is 3-1, shots 13-10, shots on target 3-5, and possession 52-48%. So in then decent stats and decent result and everything like that. Still feel like the players could have done quite a fair bit better though, but we'll take it. And let's have a look at the table before we finish off this episode then. So still first, of course, goal difference is 17 now on 10 matches. So really great, and still undefeated at 30 points, and at the moment 13 points clear of a playoff spot, so clear for a direct promotion. So really, really great. And quality of possession provides victory. I don't think we have that much more possession, 52%. Attendance 2,813, so that's great. And we'll praise Baxter's performance there. And we maintain the winning streak. So with that said and that shown, so to say, we are going to end the episode. Hope you have enjoyed, and thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time here on the channel. Thank you and bye-bye. You have been watching Rawslowgaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.